our philosophy, the way that we come at that in 2022 is to talk about these four big ideas here, which is the idea that we have to be an enterprise CRM platform, that what we're delivering here while we're talking about Rad all day here and all month, recruitment, admissions, and decisions, and that's absolutely what we're doing for our clients. We also need to be mindful that this is a CRM that could scale beyond recruitment, admissions, and decisions. And what happens if we go into the rest of the student life cycle? So it's an enterprise CRM that is a platform that can support that entire constituency, not just recruitment, admissions, and decisions, but the entire constituency when you are ready or when you're ready to scale, that you really should adopt a platform CRM perspective. Now, Enrollment Rx, we talk about being object agnostic. That means that our products have to be able to fit into whatever your CRM platform strategy is. And those of you that can recall time before Salesforce had EDA, education data architecture. So before there was EDA, we were still doing our work. After there was EDA, we had to be able to implement EDA for those clients that wanted it and have our products still work alongside it. And that's an example of object agnostic. That was a major lift for Enrollment Rx to make sure that all of our products, and moving forward, of course, all of our products are going to be equally effective, whether you use our objects, Salesforce's objects, your own custom objects. Our products have to live alongside whatever your architecture looks like. And that's because our products are built to be object agnostic. Not all products are built to be object agnostics, but from a philosophy at Enrollment Rx, ours are. They work equally well with or without whatever objects you would like to use. And we can talk more about that. Beyond that, we are going to define this term composable software, but everything that we're delivering is what we call composable software, which is the idea that the operational folks are able to make it do the things that they want it to do. And our composable software, amongst many things, is designed to eliminate technical debt. Because if you didn't have our composable software, if you didn't have Enrollment Rx's solutions, then what would you have? And what kind of technical debt would that have built up? If you had to custom implement, custom cobble, custom put together all of those solutions in the alternative to Enrollment Rx's products, undoubtedly, unavoidably, that does build up technical debt. Enrollment Rx, what we are designing and building and delivering to our clients is designed to eliminate that technical debt so that our products not only come with out-of-the-box solutions, but also all of the support and documentation and materials that one would need to be able to use it and even hand them off to somebody else and so on. And that's our philosophy in terms of eliminating technical debt. That's our philosophy at Enrollment Rx, but we certainly want to consider what the analysts and the experts have to say in our industry. So here is a quote from Terry Linthair. She's an analyst at Gartner who focuses on the higher ed technology sector. And in 2020, which is of course 2 years ago now, Terry Linthair, she said that learners, especially adult learners, but all learners are increasingly seeking self-service, do-it-yourself options. Okay, so self-service options means that an applicant portal that when I log in, I know what to do next, right? I should be able to see my checklist requirements. I should be able to upload documents. I should be able to access information on demand without having to call my counselor to find out what I'm missing or what I still need to do next. That is what applicants expect. And certainly that is what Enrollment Rx is focused on delivering from a student experience perspective, an applicant experience perspective, that's self-service experience perspective. And personalized engagement, know who I am with pre-populated data. If I filled out an inquiry form and then I go to the application and I start filling out other forms, if there's forms I've already provided for you, you can pre-populate if it makes sense. Know who I am. Pretend like you know who I am, for goodness sake. We have all of this incredible CRM technology, and yet we keep asking people for their first names and last names and emails and phone numbers. That's ridiculous, right? Show me what interests me. If I told you I'm interested in business versus nursing versus the online campus versus the in-person campus, communicate those kinds of interests to me. And speaking Enrollment Rx, everybody knows that has those technologies that we can do things like that with homepage widgets and portal experiences. And then even speak to me in my native language, right? The portal, and there's going to be a session later in the month from Salt Lake Community College is putting on a presentation on how they built the Spanish applicant portal as part of their applicant portal experience. And that's the kind of experience that applicants are looking for and expecting as we go forward. And so we want to make sure that we can deliver that kind of experience from Enrollment Rx software perspective. Now, if we're talking about a future-proof CRM strategy, which Enrollment Rx talks about a lot with our clients and our philosophy, we definitely encourage clients to consider what technology they adopt today, we want to make sure that they're going to have it 5 years from now, 10 years from now, they're still going to be on the same kind of technology, right? The same platform. And the way we articulate that is to articulate the difference between a platform versus a point solution, and the benefits of a platform versus a point solution. In our industry, there are many other solutions that are not built on Salesforce, that are just software that are built for one purpose, as opposed to us, which we build our software on top of the Salesforce platform that then affords for people to use Salesforce in other areas of their institution beyond that, which we're delivering beyond even just the Rad environment. And we think that's better than having a point solution. Why do we think that's better than having a point solution? Well, first of all, Gartner thinks it's better. Gartner says that CIOs should consider solutions that might be leveraged from a platform capability. And Gartner says that virtual experiences must transition from short-term disjointed experiments into longer-term strategy, which for us means like the applicant portal should be able to become a student portal, that maybe should be able to become an alumni portal, versus a point solution that's only an applicant portal, but when you want a student portal, go buy another piece of software that's completely separate and different from your applicant portal technology. So we believe that by consolidating on one platform as much as possible, you can eliminate those data silos. You don't need an admissions CRM separate from a student success CRM, separate from an alumni CRM. We believe in having one CRM that can support that from a platform-wise perspective. That allows you to leverage existing skill sets. So those of you that are Salesforce admins in the admissions world certainly could still help other areas of your institution build forms and build pages that they might need to eliminate Excel spreadsheets. So you can still help them by extending your skill set to those areas. Or conversely, even when you do need to add new admins to your teams, the fact that we're all on the Salesforce universe, it's great to be able to go out into the world and find other Salesforce talent and bring them into your institution that maybe don't even speak higher ed, but speak Salesforce, and they can still make an impact. They can still create flows, and they can still create things like reports and dashboards and things like that. And then scale existing integration technology. If you do have one CRM platform, then you integrate it once. And then when you're ready to integrate it with other areas of the student lifecycle, like let's say you integrate admissions with Banner, and then when you're ready to do student success with Banner, that integration technology it already is there, and you can just extend it versus going to procure and buy something else to integrate yet another piece of technology. So from a philosophy perspective, we talk about that future-proof idea of adopting a platform versus a point solution. That's very important to us at Enrollment Rx. And Bob Yankelo, who's another Gartner analyst who focuses on the higher ed technology sector, in 2021, we would talk about clicks not code and clicks low code, and the idea that low code development on a platform, low code application platforms are attractive because they help address the need for increased productivity and output of application modernization. They help address the widening gap of the skill set between the demand for IT development skills and what people need the products to do on a daily basis. And they help address the need for continuous and agile development. So clicks not code, clicks low code was a very common buzz term, is a very common buzz term in our industry, right? It's the idea that with mouse clicks, you can do the things that in the past required a lot of software development and code to be written. In 2022, Gartner starts talking about what they call composable business and composable software. And composable software, they define as the idea where leaders can quickly build new business capabilities by assembling digital assets that in the past could not have been changed easily, but now they can be adjusted for better business value. So, hey, we created a new program at our institution. We've never offered it before. Can you add it to the applicant portal? Yes. Give me a few minutes. I'll be right back. Versus, oh, that's a 6-month project. Let's call in the IT team and the vendor to add that to the CRM system. And so composable business means that we can seize digital opportunities faster and cheaper. That is the idea of what we are calling composable software. At Enrollment Rx, we define that as the type of software that empowers operational staff to take control without relying on a team of software developers. And the people on the operational level know their requirements best. The people on the operational level know their requirements best. So why do we make them play a game of broken telephone when they have to go articulate those requirements to a team of software developers who have to hard code everything and come back with those changes that probably the requirements in that period of time have even changed again? So practically speaking, what clients need And what our industry needs is composable software that the operational people can say, hey, let me try this. Let me change that. Let me change this back again. And for us, that means adding fields, adding pages, adding home pages, adding new programs, adding new checklist requirements, all of the kinds of things that go into making Salesforce Rad. So the benefits of composable software, of course, are that we do empower those operational folks. We improve the constituent experience. We are able to take advantage of the admin user skills from a platform perspective, that we can also do other things like what else would you like the CRM to do? Once you've got it working for you in one area, what else would you like it to do? And of course, rapid speed from vision to deployment. When you want to make changes to something, when you want to come up with a new good idea, these are the kinds of things that you can experiment with and make changes if you have the composable capabilities to do so. Now, it's not just those benefits. It's also, if you have composable software, then that should come along with it things like documentation and support. According to Terry Lynn Thayer, the scope of a CRM project can rival that of an ERP implementation. I don't disagree in the sense that a CRM and an ERP are both enterprise software. Your student information system and your CRM system are both major enterprise systems at your institution. And your CRM system deserves as much love and as much nurturing and as much attention as your student information system investment did. But that means that your CRM is going to require equally as much user guides, knowledge base, user materials, ongoing training, ongoing webinars, ongoing upgrades. When there's going to be admin turnover, what's the strategy to support that? If you were to have that, can you just hand the keys over to somebody else? Or is that a major kludge of a project that's not going to go very well? And are there other people that are using these technologies and are doing it the same as you that you can go to and say, how are you doing it? Like here we have in our community where we definitely encourage our clients to speak to each other and talk to each other and share best practices. So this is part of the advantage of having composable software. If you don't have composable software, if you choose rather to custom implement, custom build, custom deliver, so then a lot of these pieces would be missing in our experience from what we see in the industry. People don't have those user guides. They don't know why they configured it that way and built it that way. And that's not something then that they can hand over to somebody else who might step into a new role. So this is the last philosophy slide, which is how we see the Rad world. Now, not all of our clients do it this way. Many may be on this call even that are not doing it this way. But many of our clients do it this way. And we just have this conversation from a philosophy perspective. We believe that all Rad activities, recruitment, admissions, and decisions activities should all occur in your CRM system. As we said earlier, we don't believe it's correct that the recruitment team might be collecting things in the CRM system, but the admissions team is logging into the student information system to manage applications and make decisions. We think that should all occur in the CRM system. We think only admitted student data should be sent into your SAS. Why should you have incomplete applications in your student information system? That belongs in your CRM system, and only the appropriate data should be sent over to your SAS. On the left-hand side are the common data sources that need to feed a CRM system in recruitment and admissions. So things like test score lists, right? ACT, SAT, GMAC. Third-party applications, the common application, the CAS applications, other centralized state applications that might need to feed into the CRM system as well, or other search lists and inquiry lists that are feeding into the CRM. So we have to account for all of those as well, have those feed into the CRM system, be able to make changes to those lists as well, and easily make changes and have that feed into the CRM system. And then again, all recruitment, admissions, and decisions activities should occur here before admitted student data is sent over to the SAS. That is our philosophy. That's what we think is best practice. I'll repeat, not even all of our clients are doing it that way. We respect the fact that there's always challenges and reasons why it might not be done that way, but that is what we would say is the end goal. That's where we would want to get to ultimately. Okay, so with that, why are we here to attend VBOB?